Interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca.
There you go.
The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Taylor, and I'm so honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. Nothing like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope this orca encounter will give you a better understanding of this magnificent creature and all that they represent.
They're all wet. Oh no, you guys are gonna get wet too. It's coming over here.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Truly are a natural wonder, and Nakai is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly designed to catch a quick breath at the surface of the water. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It may look like their eyes are located in that white patch, but that's just a visual distraction. Their eyes are actually located in front of that white patch, camouflaged from thrashing prey. The fin on the whale's back is called a dorsal fin, and it's used to help them stabilize while they swim through the water and also help in body temperature regulation. The flippers on either side of the whale's body are called pectoral flippers, and they're used mainly for steering and stopping. Now, unlike the dorsal fin, the pectoral flippers have 5 bony digits inside of them that look much like the human hand.
Oh, look at that, boys. Look at this. Bring this up. Cover your back.
The lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes, and the tail flukes are a killer whale's engine, propelling them nearly 30 miles per hour, as fast as some of our speedboats. But they swim the fastest and use the most power when lifting their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation.
Oh, look, it's coming back, Noah.
Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting.
You hear that? Recording? Do you hear that? You hear the sound?
Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of communication. Pectoral slabs can be used at the surface of the water to assert dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use a pec slap to get the attention of her calf. But when they really want to be heard, they preach.
Oh no, it's coming over here.
Spy hopping is used to coordinate and get a better view of their surroundings while they hunt.
Look at that, look at that.
Fluke slaps are another form of behavior killer whales use both in the wild and right here at SeaWorld.
Oh no, no, it's
together. They're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world.
It's getting loud.
The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Whales in the southern hemisphere will capture sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. Watch as Ulysses demonstrates a similar behavior right in front of all of you.
Look at that!
Antarctic orcas will create waves that wash over floating ice, knocking unsuspecting seals right into the water. Our whales demonstrate a similar wave-making technique, showing off one of the many complex and intriguing behaviors killer whales have learned all around the world. Saw these waves crashing in front of you, but you can't truly imagine the amount of water displaced until you feel it for yourself. Luckily for everyone in the audience, we've got a very brave volunteer who's volunteered to feel the power of the killer whale tail in this very warm and refreshing 55-degree salt water. Who's ready to see them get drenched? Now, I think we can do a lot better than that. Who's ready to see them actually get soaked? Much better. All right, looks like Robin's down there with him, with Ulysses. Now Ulysses is going to do one of his famous behaviors, which is what's called a side breach. Here comes the breach. And there goes the wave. Let's give them a big round of applause. You guys were excellent volunteers.
No, you should have gone.
Now, killer whales are found in every part of the ocean, so it's no surprise they feed on all types of prey, including other whales. The whale on the screen behind me is a blue whale, and it's the largest animal on Earth. It's 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than a killer whale. So how does a whale of Ulysses' size prey on a whale of that size out in the wild? Well, it's all because orcas are the ultimate team player.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
coming back out.
Play is an important part of everyday life for killer whales.
Oh, peekaboo. Over there.
It's how they teach their young to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. You can see killer whales interacting and showing off their playful side, both in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when a whale swims fast, breaking out of the water briefly. You can see them doing this when catching a ride in the wake of a boat or when surfing in a wave. Killer whales love to be touched, and they'll rub their bellies on rocks when they can. We see our whales demonstrate a similar behavior, much like whales in British Columbia. You may see whales imitate each other out in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. Our whales are constantly mimicking and learning from one another. Now, playful behavior does have a purpose. For example, a tail whip can be used in hunting to stun fish, but today I think our whales
Don't win, Mommy! Mommy, I did go win! It's started!
We interact with our whales each and every day. This allows us to build trusted relationships that help us provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. All of our whales take an active role in their own health and well-being. For example, we can ask our whales to line their bodies up at the surface so we can perform routine body checks, ultrasounds, and even get a blood sample from the vein that runs through their tail flukes.
Oh, the whale's back.
They'll also slide up onto a scale, as you can see Orchid doing in this video. This allows us to weigh our whales and monitor their diet, making sure our younger whales are growing properly and our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight. Now, none of these behaviors would be possible without the trusted relationships that we build day after day right here at SeaWorld. I'd like to take some time to introduce you to a very special member of our pod. Everyone, please give a big warm welcome to Orchid. Orchid was the first baby killer whale born here at SeaWorld San Diego back in 1988. She is easily one of our smartest whales and knows many behaviors and loves pairing behaviors together. Over the years, she's inspired millions of guests just like yourselves to pair with our wild counterparts. We challenge our whales every day to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play all help keep our whales in amazing shape.
Oh, I said hi for.
So bye-bye.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Ocinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
Wow, look at all of them. Wow.
Thank you so much for joining us today at Orca Encounter. We hope you gained a greater appreciation for these amazing animals. Enjoy the rest of your day here at SeaWorld San Diego. Bye-bye, everybody.
Just